Good evening to all. I welcome you for KSRM faculty lecture series. Today, uh, Sri P. Lokeshwar Reddy is going to deliver on Introduction to AI and ML. So now I invite P. Lokeshwar Reddy. So I hand over to you. Please start the session.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Let me share the screen, sir. Is my screen visible, sir?
Yes, Lokeshwar Reddy.
Yes, sir.
You go to full screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is in full screen only.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, okay, no problem.
Okay. Can I start, sir?
Yes, yeah,
Yes.
please begin.
Yes, sir. Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for having me here. And I am delighted to introduce myself as Lokeshwar Reddy, Assistant Professor at Department of ECE. Today, I would like to give a lecture on Introduction to Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning. The basic outline of this particular lecture series is nothing but, in this particular lecture, you are going to see about what is AI and what is the demand for artificial intelligence and what are the different components and what are the different types of artificial intelligence are there and what are the basic advantages and applications of artificial intelligence. And you could able to see about the differentiation between the artificial intelligence and machine learning. And you could able to come across what's the need for machine learning and what the machine learning process will be there and how could you able to perform a machine learning process and what are the different types of machine learning and what sort of problems that you can able to solve it with the help of machine learning and the basic advantages and applications of machine learning. As far as for the preamble of this lecture is concerned, we all know that science and technology alone are not going to magically solve all the problems of the developing countries, but they are the critical components of the development. It's a myth that we can able to say that as we are in information revolution, which was shorted, born after the end of World War II. Here we are in an era of machine intelligence and automated reasoning. Here we could able to believe that there were no limits to what machines could do. The era of thinking machines had been arrived so that which could able to minimize the efforts of the human so that we could able to get better accuracy while performing any sort of operations. Let me explain you that what is the basic difference between an information system as well as intelligence system. We could able to say that the innovative intelligence system has been derived from the information system. We could able to categorize the present era into two different sort of revolutions. One we could able to say it as the information system revolution, and the other we could able to say it as a intelligence systems revolution. Basically, the information systems revolution had began with certain type of modularities like the internet, the utilization of World Wide Web, or the wireless telephony, or the faxes. That we could able to say it as an information system. And these particular systems are going to be replaced in order to reduce the efforts of the human and in order to improve the efficacy of the systems. We could able to provide utilization of the intelligent mechanisms. That could be in terms of we could able to find out in the various applications like the smart cameras, smart appliances, smart cars, expert systems, and these are the various things that you could able to come across. And this particular era, this particular decade or the millennium, we could able to say it as a system of intelligence that we can able to call it as a machine intelligence. Let me explain you that what is the basic of artificial intelligence, how the artificial intelligence has been evolved, what is the basic meaning of the artificial intelligence. Now we could able to see here. Basically, the artificial intelligence is the simulation of the human intelligence. That is the processing of the intelligence by the machine, especially the computer systems that we could able to say it as an artificial intelligence. The basic theme, the basic motivity or the basic idea behind the evolution of this particular artificial intelligence is to automate the work so that we could able to reduce the human effort and we could able to improvise the efficacy of the systems. Basically, this particular artificial intelligence was first coined by Professor John McCarthy in 1956. We could able to conceptually say that the artificial intelligence is the simulation of the human intelligence which is going to be done by the machines which are programmed by the users. We could able to say that a machine can able to provide a huge task at better efficacy, a better faster rate, and more efficiency. Right? There are certain domains in which we could able to apply the artificial intelligence, like we could able to take as a knowledge-based systems or expert systems or deep learning systems, computer vision, and machine learning on natural language processing. This we could able to take as a decorum of the domain related to the artificial intelligence is concerned. Why the demand for artificial intelligence has been improvised is because of this particular things, like it has very more computational power, it has very more data to be processed, and it has better algorithms, and it has a broad investment. That makes the demand for the artificial intelligence in this particular decade is concerned. Now let us go through the different types of artificial intelligence. Basically, the artificial intelligence are broadly categorized into three decorums that we could able to take as artificial narrow intelligence, as well as artificial general intelligence, and we could able to take as a artificial super intelligence. When you could able to come across to the artificial narrow intelligence is concerned, these are the systems. These are the intelligent systems that are designed for a particular task. For example, you can able to say it as an Amazon's Alexa, which you could able to say it as a virtual assistant system. Here, with this Amazon Alexa, you could able to set out the operations of the tube lights or different sort of audio players or music players that you could able to monitor with the help of your particular voice command is concerned. That here you are making confining of the intelligence to be applied for only a one particular task. That's why this particular artificial narrow intelligence we can able to call it as a weak artificial intelligence. Why it is called weak intelligence? It is stipulated for only a one particular task when compared to a multitasking. This particular intelligence sort of systems like Amazon's Alexa, or we can able to say it as Amazon Awake, we could able to say it as a weak artificial intelligence due to its confinement to a particular one particular task. And the second type of categorization that we could able to say it as in artificial general intelligence. Here, a system with cognitive abilities, so that when the system is presented with an unfamiliar task, it is intelligent enough to find a solution. This we could able to say that a particular system or a particular artificial general intelligence system, we could able to practice or we could able to practice the utilization of the machines so that we could able to find out a best solution for a particular problem is concerned. This we could able to say it as a wide artificial intelligence, or we could able to say it as a strong artificial intelligence. Why it is called a strong or wide in the sense? It is basically applied for the multitasking mechanisms, which we could able to say it as unfamiliar tasks, that is which are not interrelated to each other. We can able to confine this particular intelligence for multiple sort of systems. That's why it is called as a wide artificial intelligence, or the strong artificial intelligence. And the third decorum, the third division, that we could able to say it as an hypothetical question, that we could able to say it as an artificial super intelligence, that we could able to say it as a term referring to the time when the capacity or the capability of the systems which will support the humans. This is a very hypothetical question. We cannot able to say that a machine can able to surpass a human. It's highly a particular hypothetical question. This we could able to come across in movies like a Terminator. That in that perspective only we could able to view that there is a chance for it. Okay. Then we could able to see the different components of artificial intelligence. Basically, the basic building blocks of an artificial intelligence or any sort of a machine learning or a deep learning, we could able to say it as there are certain type of learning algorithms, or there are certain type of models that we could able to use in this particular artificial intelligence. Right, let us go through the different components. The first thing is here you could able to see about the different type of models, like we could able to go for utilization of the deep learning, or we could able to go for utilization of the machine learning, we could able to go for utilization of the neural networks or convolutional neural networks. These are the different type of models that could be used for assessing of the artificial intelligence. And there are certain software and hardware mechanisms that are used for training the data sets or for testing the data sets. There are certain type of softwares or hardware that we can able to use, like we can able to go for utilization of the GPUs, like graphic processing units, which are more capable, which are highly efficient than your particular normal CPUs is concerned. And there are certain parallel processing tools will be there, like the Spark type of parallel processing tools, and this could able to provide very cloud data storage. Like that, we could able to say this particular software and hardware is concerned. And there are certain programming languages which could be used for building the models of the artificial intelligence, like we could able to go for utilization of the Python, Java, C, TensorFlow, like that. These are the different programming languages, and that you could able to make the components of artificial intelligence. And based upon these things, you could able to say that there are certain advantages related with your particular artificial intelligence that you could able to say that the chances of errors will almost be very nil as we are depending on the machines. And we could able to go for utilization of wide ranges of applications like marketing, finance, chat boxes, or space explorations, or we could able to find out even the depth of the oceans. And the smartphones, or we could able to say that is the greatest example for artificial intelligence. And this particular utilization of this particular type of systems could able to reduce the time and could able to improve the efficacy of the systems. And these algorithms could be used in the medical fields or remote sensing fields like that. We could able to go for utilization of this particular type of artificial intelligence. And in this particular screen, you could able to see about the wide ranges of artificial intelligence applications like we could able to utilize this particular artificial intelligence in banking sector, healthcare, chat boxes, autonomous vehicles, space explorations, gaming, agriculture, and finance. These are the wide ranges of applications in which you can able to incorporate the artificial intelligence so that you can able to automate the work. That is, we are reducing the human effort and we are making the machines to work it effectively so that we could able to say that these are the particular applications of artificial intelligence. Let me explain you that what is the basic difference between artificial intelligence and machine learning. One thing you could able to say that these two things, that is the artificial intelligence and machine learning, are the basic parts of the computer science that are correlated with each other. They are interlinked with each other. They are the subsets of a one family, which is called as a data science. Here you could able to say that these two technologies are used for the creation of the intelligent systems. And at the outset, you could able to see that a particular artificial intelligence is a system, is to create the intelligent systems that can simulate the human thinking capabilities and the behavior. That we can able to say it as an artificial intelligence. That is, to create the intelligent machines that can simulate the thinking ability of the human as well as the behavior of the system or the behavior of the human, that we could able to say it as an artificial intelligence. At the other side, when you could able to see about the machine learning, a machine learning we could able to say it as a subset or the application of artificial intelligence that allows the machines to learn from the data what is collected from different sort of training data, and we could able to program it, or we can able to do it refinement, or we could able to make it to be automated without using any programming explicitly. That we could able to say it as a basic difference between the artificial intelligence as well as the machine learning is concerned. And we could able to see that what's the need for machine learning, why we are going for machine learning. There are certain type of utilities why we are running after the machine intelligence, why we are making running after the machine learning. There are certain symposiums that we could able to assure, like increasing the data generation, or in order to improve the decision making capabilities, in order to much more making of the automation of the work, and to solve the complex problems, and to make utilization of both supervised data or unsupervised data of classifications or clustering or regressions. We could able to go for the better utilization of a machine learning. And the machine learning was basically coined by Arthur Samuel in 1959. Here on the screen you could able to see that here the basic thing behind this particular machine learning, here you could able to see that a particular data is to be given to a training the machine. Here the data is going to be given to a machine, and that particular, in order to make that particular machine to be operated, we are going to utilize building a model. We are going to build a model, and that building of the model could able to provide the output, that is the predictive output, that we could able to take as a basic machine learning process. When you able to see about the basic things that are related with your particular machine learning process is nothing but